Last time on What If Goku trained Deku. Previously, we talked about how Goku got into Dragon Ball, got into Deku, the My Hero Academia universe, and how Goku trained Deku up to the UA exchange exam. Deku took out the 0 point robot and got 20 points in total. He thought he did good, and also talked to Uraraka. And we left it off with the timer running out. So now, let's talk about what will happen in this part 2. So Deku's walking home like normal, saying, "Oh well, I did very good in the entry exam. Hopefully I can get into UA and sure, and hopefully I don't get denied." And Goku is in Deku's house waiting for him to come home because he has a surprise for Deku. So Deku enters his house saying, "Mom, I'm home," and then he sees Goku on the couch saying, Goku? Oh, hey Goku, what you doing here?" And Goku replies, saying, "Right, Deku, I feel like it's time that I take you to my universe. Yes, I think I've got something that may help you with powering up. So I'm taking you into my universe." And Deku is kind of shocked, saying, "Wait, I'm going to your universe? But I thought, what do you mean by your universe?" And Goku's saying, "Well, this is an alternate universe where actually people are born with superpowers, and there's like no Saiyans or like bad guys in my universe. But in my universe, humans are normal and born like normally, but they can like train and become stronger with ki." So we asked Deku to hold onto his hand and he will transport them there. So Deku holds onto his hand and he transports them into his universe. He transports them into the world of the gods, Beerus's planet, in Universe 7. So he teleports there and Whis says, "Oh, hello there, Goku." And Vegeta's like, "Kakarot, where have you? Kakarot, who is that?" And points at Deku. And Goku replies, "Oh, hey Vegeta, and this is Izuku Midoriya, also known as Deku." And Deku replies, "What are you calling me Deku?" And Goku replies with, "I think it's a cool hero and I think it's a cool name. It gives me the feeling like you can do it and you can push beyond your limits and become very strong." And Deku takes pride in this name, saying, "I never thought of that." And Vegeta's like, "Why did you bring him here, Kakarot?" And Goku is like, "Well, I want him to meet Elder Kai so we can unlock his potential." And Whis is like, "Goku, he hasn't unlocked his full potential. He still needs to train up." So he's like, "Whis, can you train him a little bit?" And Whis is like, "Okay, as long as you give me something tasty." So Deku goes over to Earth and tries to find something that Whis has never tasted before. He finds something and gives it to Whis, and Whis is like, "Oh my, this is so delicious. Okay, I'll train Deku, Midoriya." So he trains them for like 2 minutes or 3 minutes, maybe like an hour. He trained him for like half an hour, and Deku got a little bit strong, got like very stronger, but not very much. And he was exhausted, and he pulls out his senzu bean and eats it. And Vegeta's like, "Kakarot, did you give this child a senzu bean?" And Goku's like, "Nope, he grew them on his own. I give him recipes of how to grow senzu beans." And Vegeta's like, whatever. So Goku comes over to Deku and says, "How much senzu beans have you grown so far with the farm method?" And Deku replies, "6 so far. They're not growing very fast. I'm only getting 2 I'm only getting 2 per month, or 1 per day, 1 per month. And Goku's like, it's alright. Right, well, come with me. I'm going to take you to Elder Kai to unlock your potential. So he takes him to Elder Kai, and Elder Kai says hello to Goku and says hello to Deku. But he's like, Goku, who is this? And Goku's like, oh, this is Izuku Midoriya. And Deku's like, hey, so are you Elder Kai? And Elder Kai replies, yes, I am, Izuku. Then Goku asks him to unlock his potential, and Elder Kai says he doesn't have very much potential, so I will unlock some of his potential. So Elder Kai does his weird ritual, but it only lasts 1 hour, because Deku doesn't have much potential right now. So he unlocks a little bit of potential. Deku gets a little bit stronger. Now the Elder Kai says, now we can hold Kaioken times 3. Free right now, but he can't go past that, or he will destroy his body. And Goku keeps that in mind. So then he's like, alright then, Deku, I'm gonna train you for the rest of this day. So he trains Izuku Midoriya, and also feeds him so he doesn't exhaust himself. And he trains for the rest of the day. He sleeps along with Goten because he had to sleep there because there's nowhere else to sleep. And the next day he takes Izuku Midoriya back to his universe and says, I won't be here for a few days, but hopefully you can get stronger. Here's a routine that you should follow that will make you even stronger. I didn't give you the before because I thought it will be way too much, but I think you can handle it now. So Deku grabs it and looks at it, and he says that he will try and follow it as best as he can. So Deku's trying to follow it and also grow the senzu beans for the rest of the day. And then the next day was when he goes his first day to UA. So Deku gets ready, and Inko's like, are you sure you're ready, Izuku? You didn't pack action figures. And Deku's like, yes, Mom, I've everything. Now I've gotta go. And Inko's like, wait, Izuku. And Deku's like, what? And then Inko says, I'm so proud of you. You're going to UA and never giving up on your dreams. And Deku just smiles at that and says thank you to his mother. So he goes to UA, and he's trying to find class 1A. Like, 1A, where is it? And he sees the door and he's like, does Giants come here? He opens the door, and before he opens the door he's like, hopefully I don't meet the guy from the electric exam and him. So he opens the door, and he sees Ida saying, get your feet off the desk right now. Now, you're disrespecting the school. And Bakugo's like, huh? Did your old school put a stick up your ass? Yes. And he says, do you dare insult me? And Ida says he's Ida from the school that he comes from, and he's like, oh, you think you're better than me? Oh, I'm gonna enjoy blowing your ass up. And he's like, you dare threaten me? Then Bakugo looks at Deku and like groans in like disgust that he's here. And Ida's like, hello, my name is Tenya Ida. And Deku's like, I know, my name is Izuku Midoriya. And Uroka's like, hey, I remember that. I remember you. You saved me from that big giant robot. Damn, bless you did. And Deku's looking at her outfit like, she looks really good in this outfit, in this school outfit. And he gets flustered and says, no problem. It was nothing. And like, nothing? It was amazing. And Aizawa was like, if you come here to make friends, you should just leave. And everyone's shocked of seeing an old man that looks very tired. He's like, "Hello, my name is Shoto Azawa. I am your home class teacher, and where these we're going to do a quirk exam test." And everyone gets dressed, and Uraraka says, "We're gonna miss orientation." And Azawa was like, "I could teach how my class works either way. How as I please." And he throws the ball to Deku, surprisingly. He says, "Deku, you got the most high score out of all of them, with 20 points and 80 rescue points. What was your highest ball throw in middle school? 30 meters?" And Sora says, "Try and do it with your quirk." And Deku is like, "Alright then." So he starts to power up. And everyone's like, "What is happening?" Then, and he starts to power up even more. Or like an aura starts to power up around him, and he's like, "Ah!" and just screaming. And then he powers off, and then the aura around him just blesses wind pressure, but not a high wind pressure. And then he tries to put some ki into the ball, so when he throws it, it goes even further. So he throws it, and it flies away, like very far, and it passes 1,000 meters. So everyone's like, "What? 1,000 meters?" And Bakugo gets very angry at this point. He's like, "Master Deku, how did you get so strong?" And Aizawa grabs Bakugo with his scarf, saying, "Don't you dare. Don't fight, or I will expel you both." And Deku realizes, You're the eraser quirk hero, Eraserhead." And everyone's like, "Eraserhead? That's the hero Eraserhead? So a human creature, human teacher?" So everyone does their else nobody passes is Deku's mark, except for Uraraka, who gets infinity. And they do the rest of the exams, and Deku does pretty well on all of them. Even with the strength test, he almost broke. He actually cracked it, like almost to almost breaking, but it didn't break. He's like, "Thank God it didn't break." Everyone would be still questioning me how strong I am. And Deku gets 10th in the quirk example test. And Mineta got last, and he's like, "I was joking about expelling anyone who ever got last." And one was like, "Oh, I should have told you, before." And everyone's like, "You should have." And Aizawa said, "I said that so you all give it your all." Well, a few days passed. Then after that class, Deku's walking home and talking to Ida, and then Uraraka comes up saying, "You must be Ida, and you must be Deku." And Midoriya's like, "Deku?" And Uraraka's like, "Yeah, what Bakugo said. Deku, you bastard!" And Deku explains how Kachan calls him that as a mean name, as calling him weak. Again, Uraraka says it, and he's like, "That's what Goku said." And he's like, "Yeah, somebody said that to me, and I like it now." And Ida's like, "Didn't you say it was an insult?" And he's like, "But somebody told me that it gives them the feeling of you can become stronger and you can push beyond your limits." So they walk home, and the next day, Deku went into his room, and he actually has a box on there, and a sticky note is actually saying, "Hey Deku, you need a hero costume for your school, right? Well, here's my gi that you can wear." So he's opening it, and he wears the gi, and he's like, "Oh, this is actually pretty cool." And he adds the sense beans to it to make it sure that he has them when he's battling against big villains. So he takes, so he puts that in to his hero costume. So that's Deku's hero costume. It's actually Goku's gi. So then it comes the day where everyone's in class, and then All Might's like, I am here, coming in through the door like a hero. And everyone's like, All Might, he's our human teacher? And he pulls out a card saying, battle train! It's time for me to battle training! And Bakugo with an evil, with like a malicious look like, battle training! Yes! And everyone, and All Might's like, what's better than battle training? Wearing your hero costumes! And he takes out the remote and it pops out with suitcases of everyone's costume. And everyone gets dressed. And then Deku comes out last with Goku's gi. And Bakugo's like, I think I saw that bottom half of that gi. It must be my imagination. And All Might's like, alright then, get ready, you bunch of newbies. We're gonna be doing battle training. So there's gonna be two teams. There's gonna be one hero and the other a villain protecting a bomb that's hidden in the building. And the heroes rather have to capture the villains or touch the bomb to disarm it. Or the villains to win have to run down the timer. And then he's like, any other questions? And everyone's like, and everyone's asking questions about the training. And Bakugo's like, how much can we hurt the other people? And All Might's like, this is way too much. So everyone gets in the pairs. And then All Might pulls out the same order as last time, as in the anime, where Team A will face off against Team D, where it's Deku and Uraraka versus Ida and Bakugo, and Bakugo looks at Deku, and Deku stares back, and Bakugo's like, huh? And Bakugo and Ida find the bomb inside the building, and Deku's like, alright then, this is my chance to show that I can be a hero without a quirk. Look. Uraraka's like, All Might's pretty cool in person. And Deku's looking at the map, like zoned out, thinking of a strategy and how he's gonna face off against his childhood friend. And Uraraka's like, hey, are you okay? Yeah, and Deku's like, yeah, I'm just thinking of how we can. I'm thinking of a strategy that will help us get the bomb. And Uraraka's like, well, if you want, is it about Bakugo? Oh, and he's like, yeah, he used to be my childhood friend, but now he's being mean to me and just calling me names. He's saying I won't be a hero. And Uraraka's like, don't listen to him. We're gonna win this. And Deku, a little bit blushing, says, I hope so. And Ida and Bakugo was like, so Ida taps the bomb saying, so this is the fake bomb that we're trying to protect. So we should work as a team to make sure that they don't get the bomb. Bakugo, only thinking of defeating Deku, is like, I don't really care. I just want to blow that dumbass nerd up. And then All Might says, go! And Uraraka and Deku come through a window, walking around. And Deku, sensing Ki, senses Bakugo coming. So he takes a different route from where Bakugo was going. And he tells Uraraka to go to the bomb. It's on the 7th floor. It's on the 7th floor, Uraraka. You go and handle with Ida. I'll handle with Bakugo. So Deku walks over to Bakugo's area. And Bakugo jumps and tries to explode but Deku dodges it, and Goku is like, so Deku, you come to fight me? I'm gonna beat your ass until they have to stop the fight. And Izukumatori is like, I'm not gonna be a puncher bag anymore. And I'm not the worthless Deku, for you know, Deku is the name of a hero and never gives up and pushes beyond his limits. And he powers up, showing Bakugo his full power. And he blasts his huge wave at him. And he's like, it's time for you to die, Deku. And this is where I'm going to leave off this part of part 2. If you want to see a part 3, stay tuned. And also, hit the like button. And if you don't want to watch this and you think my what if is way too complicated and you think it's too boring, just watch other people and just comment down below if you want shorter videos or do you want longer videos and like you're being way too aggressive or like the characters are not like the characters. Just comment down below, and Karate Gaming signing out.